Up, guys, in this video we are going to be talking about something very interesting, very interesting indeed. Now, actually, I didn't plan this, obviously, so just give me 1 second. Let me get a book. Me and my dear friend, we were both doing what is it called? Yeah, we were both chatting, and hopefully with him I'll make a video soon. But however, I have an amazing analogy, which I felt was amazing, all right, which kind of explains the dynamics of existence and why we are here and evolution, and it connects many concepts together in a poetically, metaphorically beautiful way, all right. And this is a amazing analogy. Yeah, even when I write something down, that's when you know it's amazing. All right. So it all starts with this. You have to first understand, so there are some concepts you have to understand before we go on, right? The first concept you have to understand is the concept of entropy. Now, what does entropy mean? It simply means this: if you take a stack of books, put it on top of a table, let it be. Yeah, what entropy says is everything goes from order to disorder. Like, order is low entropy and disorder is high entropy. So if you leave a set of books perfectly stacked, and if you look at it 1,000 years later, it won't be perfectly stacked anymore. It will probably be skewed. It will probably like shifted, right? Why? Because everything in universe is trying to go from order to disorder, from low entropy to high entropy. Get it? Low, high, low, high entropy. Now, that's the first concept. You understand when I say entropy and something being low entropy, it's stable. High entropy is not stable. If something is like high entropy, it's not that stable. But low entropy is stable. This object is like low entropy, right? Something like that. You feel me? Now we are going to understand the nature of reality itself. I could have used a better camera. Never mind. Now we're going to understand the nature of reality itself by this beautiful analogy. The analogy is this: imagine television, yeah, a small TV with 8 pixels wide, 8 by 8. Let's imagine an 8 by 8 TV, right? 8 by 8 pixels TV. Small TV, it'll be probably this much, like this much. So the amount of images, the number of images that you will have in this 8 by 8 pixel TV, yeah, the number of meaningful images that you can have, the probability of you getting the meaningful images is high. I'm using many complicated terms here, but what that simply means is if the number of images that's possible in an 8 by 8 TV, small TV, it's small, right? It's very finite. What it'll be like 24 images, and the probability of you saying, let's say you have one picture that you find meaningful, right? The probability of getting that one picture is like 1 in 24, right? It's not that big. Or let's say you have 10 pictures that are meaningful, right? You have 10 pictures that are meaningful. The probability you get that 10 pictures out of the 24 is almost half, right? You'll be getting that half. Now, if you increase the size of the TV, make it 100 by 100 pixels, so it'll be like this much, right? This much. If you take the TV, the number of the images that's possible is very high. Now, for you to like get the same 10 meaningful images, the probability is like much lower, right? So when you're talking about entropy, so the 8 by 8 is a low entropy and 100 by 100 is a high entropy, right? Now, if you want to like take that high entropy system and make it more stable, what you have to do is you have to create a system that eliminates sum of the random images. Feel me? So then what happens is you will still get the probability of getting the 10 meaningful images as half, but you would have a system in place that would just increase your sense of certainty, because what that system is doing is limiting the number of possibilities. Now what the system is, forget about it. Some system that you're putting in place that is creating more order, that is creating more the stability. Now what does stability mean? Stability means certainty. Yeah, this is, so if you like, now if you want to like upgrade your TV, right, go from 100 to like 1000, you would notice that 1000 is has a lot more possibilities compared to 100, lot more. Now if you want to, now that's a high entropy system. Yeah, if you want to make that stable, now if you want to like have that so that you still get that 10 meaningful images, right, with the same amount of like probability, that certainty that you get, oh yeah, this 10 images, you will need a more nuanced, more complicated system that's in place that creates this certainty even among this thousand thousand pixels, right? So every time you're increasing your television, you're accessing more aspects of reality. Yeah. Now, if I have to like translate this example to like real life, you could take like an ant. Yeah, an ant could be 8 by 8 pixel, right? The number of things an ant can be conscious of, aware of, is very limited. All it knows is it sees food, eat, stack, shelter, eat, stack, shelter, help. That's it, right? It's like, of course, maybe it has a spirit or something, like Bug's Life. But if you like remove Disney, if you think about it as a human, compared to like a dog, the consciousness of the awareness of an ant is so much more limited. Yeah. Then you have like a dog, which is like 100 pixel. Dog is nice, dog understands love, papa papa, but dog can't do calculus. Yeah, dog doesn't do math, cannot definitely speak our language. So it has access to certain aspects of reality that even though we do. Yeah. However, compared to humans, which let's say is a $1,000, compared to the compared to the thing, uh, compared to a human, a dog, his awareness of romance is, maybe I shall not comment on that. I am a neutral party. I only speak truth. That's it. So compared to like a human, dog is much less conscious compared to human. What does that mean? Human have more access to different realities than human. But notice this: an ant, a dog, uh, a human, all of them are like a low entropy system. What does that mean? Low entropy. They're like stable. It is stable, right? Now to create that stability while increasing now, to create the stability while increasing your consciousness to different aspects of reality, the order that needs to take place within you or within any person is more complicated. Now, is more complicated. What does that mean, more complicated? It is more interconnected. So there are more unique things working together in harmoniously. Yeah, look, dogs can have a different set of realities. I don't know. From my understanding, the analogy is, as the complexity increases, an ant, a dog, and a human, all of them are like pretty stable things. They're surviving, have their thing going on. However, to like have more aspects of reality there, you need to have more, some sort of interconnectedness or some sort of like order some sort of order taking place that's more like complicated compared to like an ant. An ant doesn't need like a human level immune system. It just doesn't, because the amount of the aspects of reality that ant is conscious of. Forget that. The analogy that I've used here, the analogy that I've used here is an analogy of a TV. So you have take 8 by 8, 100 by 100 pixel, 8 by 8 pixel TV, and like 1000 pixel TV. So as you're increasing the number of pixels, your con as you're increasing the number of pixels, our goal is to have a low entropy system. What does low entropy mean? If you have like 10 meaningful pictures, yeah, the probability of you getting the 10 meaningful pictures in 8 pixel TV is much higher compared to a 100 pixel TV, where it's super low. Compared to a 1000 pixel TV, it's super low, right? But to give you a sense of certainty, oh yeah, I am still getting the 10 meaningful images rather reliably, you need an order which increases your certainty by eliminating some of the possible random images or noise. Get the fuzz? What does that mean? Can you guys not hear me? Just pray to God. Oh, it's not always fine. I hope I have no observer issues. Don't. So I have notes, guys. That's when you know. That's when you know your boy has consumed. Now, now we're going to talk about. Uh, Now we're going to talk about meaninglessness. The channel change from like TVs, right? The the so the goal of, okay, now let's talk about evolution. Then we go to meaninglessness. So the goal of reality is to increase your pixel is increase to increase the size of the TV while maintaining a low entropy system, while maintaining such that while while maintaining such that your meaningful the probability of you getting the meaningful images is just higher, is just higher. And so what evolution is doing, evolution is a mechanism that's happening, which its goal is to like increase your dimension of your TV from 8 pixels to 100 pixels to 1000 pixels while having a organism that survives and is stable, right? Is like a low consciousness, right? But to achieve that, the order and the complexity increases. Now what does that mean, the order is increasing? It is meaning that there are more unique parts working synchronistically, harmonistically to create this reality of certainty, right? No, guys, it's fine. I'm used to people talking and then just blasting. Because I'm an infodome, I just channel change for like an energy moment, pop, 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 and then I go back to blasting. So we're fine. So that's evolution. So evolution is a process of increasing your awareness of different possible aspects of reality while maintaining a low entropy system, as in when maintaining a stable system, by increasing the complexity of the order. See, that's this. I've written this definition down right here. Now, why does the evolution want to increase the size of the TV? That's a good question. That's because life itself is meaningless. Now, I don't want you to guys go, Prem, what? That's a nihilistic approach. What do you mean life is meaningless? Look, I'm not talking about second order meaning. When I use the word meaning, it's not the second order word meaning that everyone uses. For example, if I say life is meaningless, so if I say eating food is meaningless, right? It's like, okay, if eating food is meaningless, then what's the point of eating? Then why are we even living? No, I'm saying that when I'm talking about meaninglessness, I'm saying that the thing that you call food, that's not even food. It's a meaning that you gave it. However, the thing that you call food, or the thing that I call this bottle, it's not even a bottle. It's something that you don't know, right? This, if I remove the meaning I gave this, and if I remove the distinction and the dualities I gave this bottle, this thing itself is an aspect of reality that is meaningless. You could give it any meaning. This is a bottle only in our world. If an alien saw it, they wouldn't know what it is. That's because they haven't assigned the meaning, or maybe they won't even see this distinction. Like, when you have like infrared, you don't even like see this stuff. Please get some WD-40. I don't know, man. I'm in New Jersey. I'm in my cousin's place. It's a different room. See, I have books and stuff. But this chair is noisy. I'm trying to like sit like a monk, trying not to move as much as possible. That's my strategy here. So the reason your TV is increasing in size is because your true nature is a TV whose dimension is infinity slash infinity. It's oh, it's which city? I'll let you know in the PMs. As far as YouTube is concerned, I live in an astral projection. So so the reason evolution is trying to increase the size of the TV is because our true identity is a TV of a size infinity slash infinity. So what evolution is trying to do is trying to like create an organism that is slowly becoming more and more and more aware of different aspects of reality. More we are like growing. That's because our true nature is the infinity slash infinity, but we are like limited. You see, we are limited because if we suddenly get exposed to all the possibility, we won't be stable. That's the problem, and that's what the reality is trying to do, and that's where meaningless comes in. Now, now I try evolution to do this, increasing. I roll that. Now, what is low end? Okay, so now okay, got that right. Now, how is get this? This is fucking amazing. Now, how is reality? How is evolution? How is evolution working? In the sense that what is the core mechanism of evolution itself? You guys might know this, but it's going to be more profound when you connect it to the TV analogy. That is to survival. I realized something. I was like contemplating this. I realized like survival, it's a very irrational desire. As in, there's no real reason behind why you want to survive. Right? But everyone just does have a very deep rooted desire to like survive, where it's like survival is driving us, right? I, I feel that's because for the people where this wasn't the case, they're probably like dead somewhere. So they're probably they're probably dead somewhere. So evolution has this falsehood of, okay, I want an organism who has an irrational behavior, which I call Shimitsu. It's an assumption that you believe to be true. I want to survive. It's an assumption, right? But I believe to be true with wholeheartedness, right? So that's a Shimitsu, right? So evolution has this Shimitsu as an assumption which it believes to be true earnestly, sincerely. It believes it to be true, and that's where it all starts. So it's an organism. I'm trying to explain ego here. So ego is like a set of biases which is like a product of thousands of years of evolution, whose entire goal is to totally become conscious of all of reality itself. That's what we are all doing. Because I had like, now I'm connecting it to like any channel change to like passion. The biggest question I had is, why are different people excited by different things? Of course there is survival, right? Survival, blah, 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 blah. But even beyond that, once your survival need is met, there's like a calling, I'm like, man, this calls me. I want to do this. Why is that? Like, where is that coming from? And I realized there are two forms of desires. There's one desire to survive, and two desire to increase the size of your team, increase your increase your awareness to more possibilities. Not, it sounds bad in any, increase, how to unlock more aspects of reality, I feel, is the right set of words. You all want to unlock more aspects of reality, right? And I feel that's where like passion tries to be. Right, that passion, yes, I wrote that. And you have like all types of like business beliefs or business whatever, all of that. It's just how do you have a stable system when how do you have like a stable mindset when you are having a lot more workload, because even among humans you have just working a job, then you have like leading 100 people, then you have leading 1,000 people, leading a country, which all requires, which as you increase the, so you're increasing your aspects of reality, right? You're increasing your um, what is that, increasing your you're opening up yourself to more aspects of reality, but you also need a stable system as you open up. And what suffering is, finally connecting that here and then it. 20 minutes is a long ramble. And what suffering here is an indicator which indicates that, oh, dude, you're actually in a high entropy state right now. As in, the amount of realities that you have access to right now, your system is not uh, wired to handle that and to create a certain certainty, right? I'm increasing my, so here's a suffering, right? What this is like suffering's mind. I as a human, me, I increase my awareness to more aspects of reality. However, I'm not able to bring a certainty to survival, right? I'm more less certain about survival, and what that does, and then suffering ensues. Because what suffering tells you is you're right now in a high entropy state, and you have to like bring yourself to a low entropy state, making yourself safe, etc., 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 etc. And that's it. So that's suffering. Suffering is an indicator which indicates that, okay, right now you do not have, it's not like you do not have, you haven't wired yourself where you're stable in this environment. So you always like regress back. And that's why I feel homeostasis kind of thing. And this is the Annie Ramble analogy that I was like talking about. That's it. Guys, have any questions? So if someone's watching, alright. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for joining. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.